What's good, man? Welcome back to Jill Rich Trades and Stocks. We're spilling all the info that they don't want you to know. And today, I ain't going to be keeping y'all here for too long today. I just want to put y'all on to some free game and how to make money in the stock market with some upcoming levels on some stocks that I got on my watch list / radar, and also the upcoming earnings and news for the week. You understand what I'm saying? So without further ado, hit that subscribe button, say where y'all yapping in from in the comments, man, and let's get straight into the money. Now, as y'all know, before we get into the technicals of every video and how to make money inside the charts, I want to show y'all the upcoming news for the week because we are in a volatile, news-driven market, man. So for Monday, we got durable goods data an hour before the stock market opens, man, an hour before 9:30 Eastern time. So really don't got nothing to do with us. 10 o'clock may see a little bit more volatility from the consumer confidence at 10 a.m. But the big thing here to look out for this week is 2 o'clock p.m., which I'll probably be done trading by, man. They got a FOMC interest rate decision, and y'all know how this makes the market, man. And I heavily advise y'all see what the market wants to do and don't try to gamble 2 o'clock, man. It doesn't make sense for the risk to reward on your paper. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Thursday, we got initial jobless claims an hour before market opens. Don't really got nothing to do with us. And some PPI data Friday that will have some heavier implied volatility on the futures market before the market opens, man. And maybe could have an effect on the market when the actual market opens, man. So since we got that out the way, let's move over to the earnings. Boom. Already checked. We really ain't have nothing on Monday. Tuesday, it's kind of dry too. We got Logitech, not really nothing, but boom. Wednesday, we get the heating up. We got some big movers. Microsoft, Meta, and Tesla is definitely on my radar, man. WM and IBM, I'll also be watching out for these, man, see what they want to do. We got Apple, SanDisk, and Visa on Thursday. And then on Friday, let's see what we got. No earnings, man. So Wednesday and Thursday, we definitely do got big earnings. Something to pay attention to. Now, I want to get into the charts, man. And we're going to start by talking a little bit about what happened with SPY last week and how I'm looking at SPY, ticker symbol SPY, which basically it's the market as a whole, man. It's an ETF that's compiled of the biggest movers in the market, the Microsofts, the Nvidias, the Teslas, the Apples. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna look up SPY. I still got this on stock, so it brought up the wrong SPY. Want to be looking at SPY, ETF, and trust. And if I had my drawings right now, y'all see on Thursday and Friday, we started to chop around heavy on the hourly after gapping down to start the week, man, and trying to fill that gap as the week went on, man. So with this being said, now that the gap is filled and we are in, excuse me, y'all, since we are in a little chop area on the hourly time frame and hugging the hourly EMAs at 687.5, and resistance is at 691, man. So until we get out of this zone, I will not be looking to trade SPY for real, man, unless we are playing the ranges. And if I put this on the 15-minute time frame, y'all will see how I played these ranges last week, man. I took calls up to here and I took the same play. I just don't got the risk to reward up here off of the intraday support of yesterday. So that is one way you could play SPY while it's in its range. But for more confirmation, man, look for calls and more buyers to step in above 691. And if this thing does start to sell off under the hourly EMAs, man, this little box which we turn to support intraday, which is like the floor on the stock price momentarily. You understand what I'm saying? Under 687, you could look for buyers or sellers to try to retest this 684 mark, man, and possibly let more buyers step in. If we lose that area, we can go down to 680, man. So just be adaptable. Make sure you watching the news and how the market is reacting to the big earnings that we also got coming up this week. You understand what I'm saying? In the last couple earnings we had last week, man, they actually did good, but the stock sold off heavy. And the first that's on my watch list, major mover in the market, is one of the ones that did this that we are going to talk about, man. Netflix. This is my first play that I want to put on y'all watch list for this week, man. And if we turn this on the daily time frame, I'm gonna show y'all why. Now Netflix has had a stock split, and ever since then it's been getting its ass whooped. Now what is a stock split? A 10-to-1 stock split basically means, okay, y'all see how it was at $112 right here? A 10-to-1 stock split means that the stock used to be worth $1,000 because they did a 10-to-1 stock split, and right now it's worth $100. So you got to do that times 10. Why do they do this, you might ask? Is to let more buyers in and make this stock more affordable for retail buyers. You feel me? Everybody can't afford a stock that's $1,000 a share. You understand what I'm saying? So they did this to make it cheaper, more affordable, and everybody that did have stock shares of Nvidia, they got 10 times as many shares when they did the split, so it didn't really have an effect on their money, but it did start making the stock sell off. Now we hit old liquidity zones, old support. I'm talking about strong support that we haven't been at in over a year, if I'm not mistaken, man. So now, soon as we hit that level, we gave two big green candles. This one almost engulfed the last red candle, man, and it's trying to fill the gap. So I am watching calls above here at the 86.5 level. You understand what I'm saying? Because we have also been oversold on the RSI. So we are definitely due for a bounce, and it's confirmed from these old levels of liquidity right here, man. We came right under that level to let more buyers in right quick. You did what I'm saying? Now we're gonna move on to my next play. I want to put y'all on to ticker symbol CELH, man. This is Celsius, and as y'all can see, we are on a good uptrend on Celsius, not really too close to the next heaviest resistances. And if we put this on the hourly time frame, I want to explain to y'all a high probability setup, man. What is this chart pattern called if y'all been tapped in with Jug Rich Trades, man? 3, 2, 1. This is a bull flag pattern, man. So now I'm gonna show y'all what a bull flag pattern is. Bull flag chart pattern is when we have a strong uptrend, sideways consolidation, literally into a visual flag, and then a strong uptrend breakout, man. It wants to continue the uptrend. So if this thing wants to come above 56 or maybe 56.5 to be safe, man, you could enter right there on calls. We're definitely probably going to take out that next level at 58, but right there, past there, if we do break and hold that level, we could look for this thing to test. Let's see, had a lot of action here, The zone of 59, man, the zone of 59, and that's for at least this week on Celsius. And as y'all can see, this uptrend that we've been having, it's not gonna be hard for this thing to do this. This was the last kind of bull flag pattern on it, and y'all see what it did after it broke out, man. Hey, if I'm lying, I'm flying, and I ain't never had wings, you understand me? Now we gonna go to PLTR, man, and I'm interested in how this one is going to play out, because if we hide our drawings, we have another high probability setup on the higher time frame. The higher the time frame and the better the chart pattern is more confirmation, because the higher time frames is always going to give more of a sentiment on what the stock wants to do overall, man. You feel me? It's not liquidity pools, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. I do look to the 15 minute when I'm day trading and 5 minutes when I'm entering trades, but that's not the only thing you got to look for in the market. You understand what I'm saying? You can get stopped out and manipulated a lot doing that. So now as y'all can see, we came down on PLTR, right? And we made this little bump right here, which is a left shoulder, right? We came down, made a head, and then right here, we made a right shoulder and came back up to the neckline right here. This is called an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is why if I unhide my drawings, I still haven't put an alert right there, man. But I like PLTR definitely above this level. You understand what I'm saying? I like PLTR above this 172 level on the inverse head and shoulders pattern, man. And the last one I'm gonna put y'all on to, man, is INTC Intel. And I'm gonna show y'all why. We just had great earnings on Intel. Y'all see these numbers? They beat on earnings, but the market manipulated it back down, sold off stupid heavy while we're in a pretty good uptrend. Now, granted, this could come down a little bit more, which is why I'm looking at it in both ways, you feel me? I like puts under $43, targeting a 50 EMA on a daily, I believe. Yes, indeed. I do like it under this wick because we don't really have no areas keeping it from coming down to the 50 EMA on the daily. You understand what I'm saying? And we do like to retest the 50 EMA on this uptrend, as we can see from right here and right here. So, and if we put this on an hourly time frame, I believe maybe it was the 4 hour. Where did I see? Okay, yeah, it was on a 4 hour. This 200 EMA on a 4 hour chart, man. So those are levels to keep on y'all watch list this week, man. Like I said, be adjustable and watch for. Oh yeah, I ain't give y'all my other way I'm looking at Intel, man. Now, if we do hold this level on the daily and this wind up being just a break and retest of this EMA, then I am looking for calls above, I'd say above $46 to make it safe, man, because from there to the next little resistance zone at 50, we don't really got no sellers and buyers stacked up in the way, man. So like I said, man, stay adjustable. Make sure y'all yapping in with Jug Rich Trades, man. If y'all do want to join the Discord for all my live signals, more one-on-one training, you feel what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit the link in description, man. We be bankrolling every week. We do this. You dig? If y'all want to keep getting a free game, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna tap in with y'all soon. Jug.